On the chains, getting a little bit of damage down. Not enough to make a terribly large difference.
So you were talking about using it for income, like the good old Gangplank days. Many Avarice Blades and Fairy Charms as possible.
But with that longsword, probably, you're right, is going to be kind of brutalizer into Ghost Blade.
I do miss Philosopher's Stone sometimes, Monte.
I do too, buddy. As a mid-Gangplank player myself, I do too.
Where was your sweet spot? How many of them back in the stacking days? 2, 3?
Yeah, you only need 2 for the Gangplank.
2, then an Avarice, 2 Avarice, couple of Heart of Gold. Good days.
Good times. No, that was actually terrible. It was a horribly boring way to play League of Legends. It was good for Gangplank, though.
Nostalgia, that's how it works, Monty. Everything before was better.
No.
No?
That's why I laugh. People will say, well, Season 2 was the best. I'm like, you don't remember how boring Season 2 was.
No, the AD carry mains are the loudest ones. Have you noticed? They're all like, it was the best. It's because the AD carry position was horribly broken. Remember that green part? Good times.
Yeah, that thing was quite skillful to use.
The win more button.
Okay, we have Zeeks for that now.
It's true, but it's not something the AD carry gets to pick up. And
yeah, even better for the AD carry. They don't even have to spend money on it.
yeah, that's true. Supports also don't miss Season 2. I guess they liked 10 pink wards on the map everywhere, but having gold is nice too.
I think Oracle's supports.
Which Oracles though? The Forever Oracles or the 3-minute?
The Forever Oracles.
The ultimate win more. Green pot for the AD carries, Oracle's Elixir for the supports.
Interable.
I'm getting worried, Monte Cristo. I'm getting worried about teleport mid lanes. I know why people do it, but I don't want to see a meta where both solo lanes take teleport. I really hope that Ignite sticks around because, you know, people would have said, oh, teleport Ignite, whichever one fits your playstyle is fine about top lane teleports a couple of years ago. I hope this is just a fleeting situational thing because, man, double TP is fun, but every game it would get tiring.
Yeah, and also it results in these crazy 5v5 bot lane plays at the drop of a hat, which is somewhat entertaining from time to time, but...
Sure, as an option, as a flex, sure, but if it becomes 4 teleports a game, then some Shens and stuff, I'm gonna lose.
I don't think it will, PapaSmithy, just because there's always that chance to die from mid lane. And leaving the mid lane has very real consequences if the other team pushes down that mid lane turret. So it is a little bit riskier than the top lane.
Yeah, this is just a premonition of a really horrible future.
Is that your gift? The only futures you can see are the darkest possible timelines?
I only see depressing metas.
Well, Jinair taking a look at moving those wards up, and here we have an engagement. There's an instant arrow onto Duke, just stuffing his teleport. They're onto Chado. Glacial Fissure goes down, but they're going to lose their support right here as Trace is in the bottom side without TP himself. They're going to get a kill, and this may have to be just a desperation Baron for Najin.
Still a really good play. Duke had the teleport advantage. Trace was down the bot lane. There's no way he could react to that. Just walked up casually afterwards, realized he could do nothing. Good aggressive teleport play from Duke. This is what he's added to his game in the second half of the season. He played 7 games in a row of Maokai, and I speculated, okay, this is his teleport training wheels. Just showing that the training wheels, he's graduated. He's got his own motorcycle now, and it got him a pick onto the Brom.
Are you implying that there are training wheels for motorcycles?
I guess that's what I said. Let's go with it. You don't have a motorcycle license. You don't know.
Neither do you, PapaSmithy.
That's true.
Neither do you.
That's true.
We'll have to ask Rivington about that one.
His license is cheap.
Well, LeBron would be good here. Someday Malzahar support will come back, but probably not today.
Come back?
Yeah, man. It's been around.
In competitive play? Maybe.
Yeah, we've seen it in Korea.
I remember seeing
Last
mid lane
year, I think we saw one.
I remember seeing mid lane,
Malzahar
from, who was it? Maybe Many Reason played it once, way back in the day.
Somebody played at support at 1.2. I can't remember who it was, but it happened.
Forces out of QSS, maybe?
Maybe I'm just remembering all of my solo queue games because they seem like pro matches. You know, I guess if you'd watch them, probably.
I've watched your stream. I don't see it, DoA.
Really? I think I get that a lot from people like, whoa, I thought this was a pro game I was watching. It was just DoA and Silver 4. Who knew? I can see how people get confused. Split push right down that mid lane with the Malphite. There you go. You've got your ult. You have nothing to worry about.
Just here to ground slam.
You're Mecha Malphite.
Everybody uses that skin.
It's because it's the best. Well, Wait a second. Okay, yeah.
Sword arm Malphite, come on.
You know, after years of claiming that Glacial Malphite is the best Malphite skin, I'm changing my mind.
I disagree with
wins. Mecha Malphite wins for me. Sword arm is cool, but Giant Robot Malphite is even cooler.
I think Ice Sword Arm is cooler.
I like the color scheme. I think it looks good. Blue buff goes to Nagne. He's happy about that. Sword arm is cool. It's true. But Mecha Malphite wins it for me.
Would you rather have a sword arm or would you rather be a robot, DoA?
I'd rather be a robot. Definitely, hands down. I mean, the thing is if you're a robot, your arm can be a sword when you want it to be and be a hand when you want it to be. You can change it. But if you just have a sword arm, then you can never, there's no variety. It's always a sword.
No, this Malphite has a drill arm.
Well, this Malphite can change his arm to be whatever he wants to be.
You have
robot.
You have no evidence of that. Robots can't just change the. Not every
Yes,
robot can just have sword arms.
What robot do you know that doesn't like change the shape of something?
You're confusing all robots with Terminator 2, DoA.
No, dude. Because Terminator 2, that thing, I don't know. That was not a very impressive robot to me. It was just liquid. What a boring robot.
Oh boy.
T1000. 1000 is the amount of yawns. I yawned watching that supposed robot transform things. Boring.
I have to disagree with you. It's a great robot.
It's okay.
Great movie.
At least we're both Shen. So we've got that going for us anyway. Yeah. Have we referred to each other only as Shen this broadcast? I don't think that's happened. Uh-oh. Oh, well. Cover's blown now. Now we're about as good at ninjas as Shen. You know, the thing is after years, literally almost 3 years now of criticizing Shen, who do we cosplay as? Shen. I think deep down, I think we have to admit, Monte, that we love Shen.
I don't love Shen. I just hate myself. There's a difference.
There you go. I like that you're kind of a glass half full guy, you know. I don't love Shen, I just hate myself. There we go.
I'd rather hate myself than love Shen. That's how I feel about Shen, DoA.
I love Shen in sort of like a way that you love Mr. Bean. You know, he's kind of like a bit of a buffoon, but he's a lovable one. So it's the same thing with Shen, right?
Yeah, that's how our relationship works too.
You're right. I do love you, even though you've got that kind of simple buffoon thing going. I'm glad you accept my tolerance of you. We've got an understanding.
Oh, man.
Dressing like Shen makes you really aggressive and angry. Wow.
I don't feel angry, just disappointed in myself.
I feel like this is turning into one of those. See, the thing is Monte hates cosplay, guys. I don't know if you know this, but it took months of convincing to get him to do this. I'm very proud of the fact that after years, I finally got Monte cosplaying. It's great. I knew deep down he loved it or hated himself, one of the two. But I don't care. Whatever it takes to get Monte in a League of Legends costume, guys.
It's finally happened.
That's right. Finally, my dream has come true.
Well, I'm glad I could fulfill your dreams for you. So, it wasn't very hard.
Yeah, I don't know where to go from here. I mean, can't really think of anything else. What's the next cosplay going to be?
I don't know. We took this cosplay idea from the fans.
We did, yeah. I believe like last year or something, we tweeted what should we cosplay as, and somebody said WTF 2 Shens, and we're like, that's brilliant, we're doing it. So whoever you were that made that tweet, this is all because of you. Well, it's partially because of you. It's like about 55% because of you. Congratulations. But can they get any kills? You know, that's the big question. Because that's what I want to see, Monte. I want to see some kills.
I want to see Jin Air grouping and KT split pushing and no one fighting, just trying to win via that pressure.
That sounds boring. No. No, Monte, no. Let's not do that.
I like teams trying to win the game, not just fighting.
Hey, you know what the fastest way to win the game is?
Surrendering?
No, that's the fastest way to lose the game. The fastest way to win the game is make them surrender by killing them a bunch in the early game.
And demoralizing them?
Yeah, that's right. Not that we would know anything about what being demoralized feels like today. I'm not familiar with that feeling.
Our crab walking was glorious, though.
It was. You know, we practiced that. Crab walked all over this stage before the show today. if you're gonna cosplay Shen, you gotta get the crab walk right. And I think right now we can call ourselves one of the some of the foremost Shen cosplay experts in the world.
Especially with the crab walk.
Yes, I agree. Big thanks, shout out to OG and Manny for helping us put the costumes together.
Yeah, definitely.
Would not have been possible without him, of course. Everyone knows Manny, the giant man Annie.
Also, shout out to Riot Games for making Shen a terrible crab walking ninja, so we learned how to crab walk.
It was so much funnier that we got to do that. Ooh, arrow onto Pilot. I just gotta say, I love watching Ash in competitive play.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
The ultimate
champion.
is just any ultimate in League of Legends that involves a big object like flying across the map. I love those. They're always fun.
You're into Jinx.
Yeah, man, Jinx, Ezreal, really cool as well.
Does create good moments of anticipation, doesn't it?
It does. It's fun. Well, some days lucky. I can do that with my Shen sword.
Oh, well,
I
you
would
could show us later.
I would, but we don't have time, Just they like to close out the broadcast pretty quick, so maybe next time. Keep in mind.
All right.
Yep.
We'll make a YouTube video later.
That's right. By the way, our swords are actually made out of metal. Those are legit. I don't think they'd let those into any cosplay convention anywhere outside of Korea. But yeah, the real trouble is in this top lane. This is exactly what we talked about.
Geez.
Someday, why would you go in on that one? Here comes Chaser.
Where did the spear go?
I thought it landed onto Someday, but maybe it hit a minion.
I think he reposted it, actually.
Oh, did he? Ah, okay, you could be right.
So I think he anticipated that and then used that ability.
Might have been trying to deflect something Maokai was sending his way and just happened to get the spear too.
I think he knows if he's in that position and Maokai's Wing him that there's probably a spear coming in from the black.
Could be. From the fog of war. Not really much of a war, though. It's only 5v5. It's like the fog of skirmishing.
Well, it could be a wider war going on. I mean,
true.
I know it's all null and void now or whatever. And
well, no. The Rune Wars were a long time ago, Monte Cristo. In fact, the League of Legends was invented so that they could just fight it out like this instead of fighting more wars.
But didn't
So
they
there is no
scrap
other
that
war.
idea?
Well, yeah, but that's all we got. I mean, we don't really have any replacements yet. We've more or less just been told that it doesn't exist, even though it's the only thing that kind of exists, I think.
Well, I think that Barry and my idea that this is actually Valhalla. It's actually the afterlife for all these champions. Where they just fight all day. So Viking Heaven was basically just fight all the time.
I like it.
And then when you die, you just come back to life and go feast and then go kill each other again. It would explain how everybody comes back to life constantly.
Sounds good to me. I like that explanation. You should patent that quick. Generic going for a dragon. I can't wait till like Immortan Joe shows up and he's like, I'm here, I'm in Valhalla. Wait, I did not expect the giant cow. That was not part of what I expected. GBM.
I think at the very least, Immortan Joe would be happy. He could add misfortune to his human dairy or what's going on.
He could just ride around on that Blitzcrank skin all day. Piltover Customs Blitzcrank. When you lose with Immortan Joe, it doesn't say defeat, it just says mediocre. Which is better than defeat, I suppose. They've already got Kassadin, though, for the dude who wears, a mask with, the big air tubes and everything, so Immortan Joe would need, a different costume shtick.
Has to mix it up.
Yeah. He's really kind of a combination between Urgot and Kassadin, isn't he?
Yeah.
That Immortan Joe.
I guess he is.
Yep.
I guess he is.
What do you know? We're still waiting for those crossovers,
The Mad Max crossovers.
That's right. I feel like movie crossovers are something that good old Rito could benefit a lot from,
I mean, they basically just steal all the ideas from movies anyway, so you might as well just go official, right?
Hey.
I look forward to your Aliens versus Predator, Kazakhs versus
the first step
Rengar
is
skins.
The first step is getting the champions on Coke cans. The second is getting the champions to drink Coke in game. That's where we're going next. Maybe, yeah, Coca-Cola Gragas, right? He's just carrying around a big can of Coke.
Do you think Coke wants to affiliate themselves with alcoholism?
Well, Coke is an alcoholic, so it's more like he's just drinking a bunch of soda.
That's why he's getting drunk?
I don't
and
know.
slurring his words.
I don't know, man. Maybe old Coca-Cola before they changed the recipe.
Oh boy. You can look that one up, kids.
That's right. That's one for Wikipedia.
Yeah. The go-to, not as effective for KT.
See how it still feels so unbelievable that Najin isn't about to go to Worlds? I'm still saying
You're still in shock.
I'm still saying it. It doesn't seem real, you know?
Been to the last 3 years. Why wouldn't they be at this one too? Well, not having the best performance to close out the season, even though they picked it up.
You know, if someone said at the end of 2015, around Worlds, are like, so 2 things are going to happen. Najin's not going to Worlds, and you're going to be dressed up as Shen. And I would say, I don't think I'm ever going to dress up as Shen. The Najin thing just sounds implausible.
It really does. Well, we have to get ready for this brave new world where
I guess so.
Najin isn't there.
We don't really, because the Ku Tigers are still going to World.
And they're basically Najin.
That's Smeb and the Najins, guys. So it's still basically like Najin is going to Worlds. It's just not. It's more that Watch isn't going to Worlds. That's the biggest surprise, really.
And if KT wins this series, Nagne will be there too, another former Najin player.
True enough. GBM trying to come in onto someday. KT looked stronger. And there's your Malphite skin. There's my old Malphite skin.
Sword Arm Malphite is back. Someday, breaking the mold here. Everyone else going for Robo Malphite.
It is a cool skin. I do really love it.
Well, why would you, I mean, rock solid just doesn't mean anything if you're playing as a robot.
I suppose. Well, you could be solid as a rock.
Well, it's not a Chevy commercial, DoA.
No, it's as a rock, not like a rock. As a rock. That sounds more like if Shakespeare was doing Chevy commercials. Wherefore art thou, Chevy 4-wheel drive? Dost hills calleth thy name.
Dost is...
I don't know, man. It sounded Shakespearean, didn't it? Don't answer that.
Why you shut me down before I could even begin, DoA?
So I've been casting with you long enough to know that what would come out next would be not good for me. So I'm just going to stop it. I'm just going to stop it before it happens. It's a safer way to go.